Hello, spectators. Today we're here with Alec, our third juror. Okay. Well, to start off, Alec, tell us your story. What do you think your best move was in this game?
My original plan was to be somewhat under the radar going into the merge, which I think I mostly did successfully because, all you had to do was not do too much.
Yeah.
And then I think, we can get to where it went wrong later, I'm sure, but yeah. So early game, it also didn't help that I wasn't there for any of the pregame stuff because it seemed like a lot went on there, and I just didn't know about any of it.
Those are just people sending really bad memes.
I don't know. It seemed like, at least in terms of general, between Castaways, people got impressions of each other and sort of made opinions, and then I just kind of showed up the day before the thing, so... Yeah, I got along well with my tribe in the beginning, I think, and was just kind of there to hang out mostly. It was for fun, and I was like, okay, this Evan guy's pretty cool, and oh man, who else did we... Well, most of the other people were inactive,
Yeah.
or wouldn't respond to me, but everyone who did, they were like, yeah. And then as it started to progress to more of the game where people were actually playing, then it was sort of okay, what are we going to do? And I think by that point I had established myself enough as a competitor. I think I was about where I wanted to be. I'd done well in some competitions. Yeah, so where I was definitely contributing, but not a threat. And then the merge happened and things went really crazy. Liam being the first one voted off, I think, so Evan and I made a plan to not do that, or to try and vote Cassidy, and we thought we had everyone in on it, and then I think that was our big mistake, was we didn't really consider the fact that people weren't telling the truth, and that kind of led to us losing. Liam being voted off, in theory, made a lot of sense. We just said Cassidy was a big name. I kind of didn't want to do it at first, but I still put myself out there as a target enough for people that were close to Cassidy, apparently.
Yeah.
And yeah, then, I used up all my good boy points and broke the rules a little bit and wasn't allowed to talk to anybody before my last couple tribals, so that also didn't really help. And then it was sort of I had 24 hours to hopefully get people on my side. I could have done more convincing for sure. I kind of half thought it was over, and I still believe that people didn't see me as big of a threat, because I think voting Liam off made sense. Voting Evan, okay, but doing two flamingos back-to-back, that's a little, are we going to end up losing to Cassidy and Izzy? And that's what I was kind of banking my survival on. I was like, if we don't vote one of the good people from the other tribe, we're just going to lose. The game is, you're throwing the game. Yeah, and then apparently Ricky went behind to everyone and said that they should vote me off, which they did, and now Cassidy has won 4 in a row, I think.
And now Ricky's voted off.
And Ricky's voted off. Who could have seen that coming? I don't know.
I've already answered this, but are you satisfied with your performance?
Yeah. I would have liked... I think the only thing I'm not satisfied with is the way in which I was, kicked out.
Right.
Mostly because... And it was, my own fault, because I couldn't talk to anybody, and I could have done more in terms of convincing, but I don't think the result would have changed, and that's why I'm honestly, yeah. I was doing it for fun, and I had fun, so, whatever.
What's your opinion on the remaining Castaways?
Let's go for a Margaret win. Although, I know that's not going to happen. I think at this point, Cassidy has done the most to deserve the win, and like, yeah, I think she just deserves the win. I'd be a little shocked if she doesn't get it. I think Izzy's the other one who's considered like a big contender. I have a feeling it won't be Izzy because I think Izzy's good at the individual challenges, like asynchronously usually,
Right.
but not always, and they don't always like compete in all of them. And then in like the in-person challenges, I was noticing that they were kind of not. When it was a team game, it was, a question of how much were they contributing, and then now it's individual. We'll see how it goes. I have a feeling it's not going to end up being Izzy. Abby never talked to me when I would send her messages, so cool profile picture. Ricky's out, haha, loser. You lost. You did, if you're watching this.
He can't watch till after the season's over.
Well,
but it's fine.
if he does, when he does, I would hate to be you.
You can watch his exit interview too after the season's over, if you want. We haven't interviewed him yet, but like when we do.
Am I doing the remaining Castaways or Jurors also?
It doesn't matter. You
Okay.
can talk about whoever you want.
The others, I don't have much to say. I mean, yeah, Margaret seems cool. Downstairs neighbor, former Flamingo. She was the only one who stood with Evan and I. Yeah, which I think is going to be the reason she gets voted out, but hope not. Rachel was a Flamingo, Brainiac. I don't know. I didn't really interact much with Rachel. Seemed like a good person, I guess. Duncan, I also didn't interact with. Although he and Evan talked, and I don't know, he seemed funny. Cool guy, I suppose.
So if Final Tribal was right now, who would you vote for? Like today?
If I had to like pick someone who how does Final Tribal work?
You pick someone
Yeah, all
to
the
win.
jurors vote.
Okay,
Or, like,
I would-
They want to win, like presidential election.
Subjectively, I would vote Margaret. Objectively, I would vote Cassidy. I think I'd have to talk to everyone, jurors, because it's like if it's going to be a deciding vote between like Cassidy and I don't know Duncan or Izzy or someone else.
Yeah, there's no point in voting Margaret.
Yeah, I'd vote for Cassidy. But like, if it won't matter one way in terms of everyone votes for Margaret because she's or everyone votes for whatever, I'd vote Margaret. So
Who do you think is going to win overall? You kind of already
Cassidy.
covered that, yeah.
Cassidy.
So if you could send one more message in any of the channels, what would you send and why?
And then where would it go?
I just
You said what and why?
in any of the channels. Okay.
I don't know. To think about channels, or I guess there's.
Like merge chat or like a one-on-one
Yeah.
or like.
I don't know. I mean,
Email.
I already texted Ricky I talked to him when he lost, just laughing, saying, "You lost." So I'd probably just like be really annoying to him in some way.
Okay. Nice.
Any final remarks for the spectators and people who will be watching in the future?
Perhaps your future self. I don't know.
Is it so? There is going to be season 3.
Yeah, next semester.
Ooh, spoilers.
I know. And Noah's not going to be the main host. It should be a different main host.
Whoa! Now we've got a whistleblower here. Disembodied voice on camera. Who knows who it could be? Message. I mean, I feel like for this season at least, I think everyone who ran it did a really good job. I was going to put some in my confessional. I still probably will. But like everyone who ran it, I think hosted a fantastic job. All the challenges were super well organized, especially that one in Herrick. Like that was just really impressive. Although it was really hard. I don't know. I'm really bad at puzzles. Yeah, I mean, great job making it fun, I think. Spectators, your reactions to messages, I mean, they made the experience. They really...
Alexandra!
No, I don't know. I mean...
It's Sean! Those are my favorite spectators.
I don't know. I mean, Yeah, I imagine I'll probably at least end up spectating the next season. It seems fun. Depending on how much I have to do next semester,
Yeah.
I just don't know. I kind of forgot the question.
It was just, do you have anything else to say? You just said stuff, so you're good. Yeah.
All right, thank you for joining us for an interview. It's good to interview you.
Thank you for watching, if you're watching.